Hi guys, welcome to this episode. Today I'm going to be talking about the FinePix S5700 Fuji. This is an old point and shoot bridge camera, so it's a Fujifilm. They don't really make these anymore. You can probably get them at a second-hand shop, but they're okay for like sort of college and students who might just want to get into photography and want to just learn the basics of sort of kind of cameras. I'll be honest with you, this camera we've got these floating around at my workplace, but you can probably pick these up online for next to nothing really. They use, you know, sort of normal standard batteries, and you just drop them in like this and then plug it in. SD card, they use one of these types of SD cards. I'll be honest with you, I've not seen one of these used in donkey's years, but it uses one of these, and to put it back in, just sort of slot it back in like this if it wants to go back in. Oh gosh, it's so fiddly. There we go. So if you're using one of these, just put your SD card in. To switch it on, you know, I like the look of this because it's quite retro. It's got this kind of like, you know, button that you pull it out like this and it comes on. And, you know, I quite like these old school kind of LCD screens. They have a nice nostalgic look about them. I like the graphics on them. And they're very easy to use, to tell you the truth. You've got your manual mode, your video mode, your auto mode, your camera shake mode. And for an old camera, they do quite a fair few things, to tell you the truth. You've got your manual, your shutter, your aperture, and your program mode. So they're all there for you to use. So I'm going to put it in manual mode. You've got this button here, which allows you to, by the looks of it, control various things. So if you click and hold, I think you can. So if I click and hold that, and maybe sort of hover through it. Oh gosh, it's very fiddly. So click and hold that, and I can hover through certain things. I'm not gonna do that again, Tatri, because it's too long-winded. So I'm gonna click on this. I think there's a menu button in the middle. So if I click on that, it takes me to my main menu. So in my main menu, you've got obviously your photometry, which is spot metering. Okay. Again, if I click on menu, got your white balance. So you know your white balance is different temperatures of sharp. So this is quite nice. I think even though it's an old camera, it gives me like visuals. So if I flick through this, you can see kind of just about the way the white balance changes. And you've got obviously auto as well, which you can click on and change. If I go back to menu, you've got high speed shooting. So if you want to shoot in high speed on or off. So I don't know how high speed this camera will be, Tative, compared to new cameras these days. But, you know, if you're doing sort of sports photography, that might be useful for you. But like I said, this is going to be very, very old. Focusing. So you've got single continuous force mode. It doesn't have continuous autofocus mode. So if I click, it does sort of kind of focus into certain points. Again, if I go back to my menu. So again, if I go back to my menu, autofocus mode, sharpness, so you can make things slightly sharper on it as well. So if you're using this in class, just think about what you can and can't do, basically. There are certain things that you can do, certain things you can't do. If you put in your files on the computer, you've got AV mode and DC mode here as well, so you can click it to that and put audio in it as well. There's no hot shoe on this, so you can't put like an external mic on it, but yeah, you know, it's a point and shoot really, and it's got like your video mode. So if you're shooting in video, if you click on video, and you can set up high speed on or off, and those features are available for you as well. If you want to film, I think you just press basically press that and it will film. So if I go back to manual mode and I go back to menu, you've got those are basically your settings. So you've got backlight, flashlight, setup, and if you click on that, I think it allows you to view your pictures, and if you want to bin them, you click on that and you can delete, cancel, etc. So yeah, if you're using this, it's a little point and shoot from back in the days in the 1990s, and you know, just try to just take some photographs with it, but don't be sort of thinking you're going to get really nice cinematic. Your phone will probably do a better job than this Fujifilm, but at least you've got the options of playing around with manual settings and this manual wheel, and you're shooting the aperture here, which gives you some of those features that you'll get in the more mirrorless SLR or DSLR cameras that are much more advanced than this little point and shoot. All right, guys. Thank you.